What's up, y'all? Let's go ahead and get into this last part, the third part of Married to Medicine. All right, so it starts back. Greg said that he and his friend went back to the hotel with two women. He claims that he didn't do anything with this woman, so he left the hotel room the next morning. The bill was slid under the door. The lady only then knew who he was and then tried to blackmail him. Quad said that she didn't find anything out until everything kind of hit social media, and then that's when Greg, was asking her if she was going to help him fight this. All right, so Greg swears up and down that he didn't have sex with this woman. Okay, Eugene is in the back rolling his eyes. All the ladies, they're just disgusted at this point. Simone starts stating the obvious. Bitches are looking for you. You all are on TV. People are functioning with a motive. Girl, all those men know that, okay? The issue is this show has gone to all of their heads, okay? So they're more recognizable because they're with these women. And, it doesn't matter if you look like a dog, a woman will still try to hunt you down for your money, for your cash. And that is just what's going on here. Simple. But Greg is really a piss poor shrink at this point. You can deal and you can help everybody else's problems, but you can't help your own. What kind of shit is really going on? All right. Now, it looks like Greg, he really wants to be right in the situation. So he thinks that he should get brownie points because supposedly, allegedly, he didn't sleep with this woman. All the while he's saying that, Quad is not cooperating with him. And, Quad got so upset. She was like, look, I'm about to go. Jackie's old buttermilk knife built ass. She comes over, sits in between Quad and Heavenly. She's trying to calm Quad down because God knows Greg ain't. And then, Damon is the voice of reason, and he said a few words about forgiveness and everything. And then Andy's old queen ass said, well, he wishes them well. I'm looking like, look, Andy, you are a liar. You're no good. Okay, you live for drama. Without the drama, your ass wouldn't even be paid. Okay, so really, for real, you're one of the reasons why Kenya's Peach is now being threatened off the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So really, at the end of the day, Andy, shut the fuck up. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to Simone and Cecil. Now, when it comes to why he doesn't tell Simone that he loves her, Cecil said it's just because that's just who he is, and then he tried to throw it back to his mom and dad. His mom and dad didn't tell him that they loved him, so, he kind of grew up with not being told. Okay, look, dude, you're a grown man, all right? At this point, you know who you love and who you don't love, and at the end of the day, you did say your little golfing buddy, your little Tammy, that you loved her. You said that with the quickness, all right? So what's really real, okay? And, Eugene tried to cut in with his little 2 cents saying that, Cecil does call Simone and tells her that he's thinking about her. And Simone had to go ahead and cut Eugene off. She's like, look, he does not. And how dare you really speak on my marriage? Now, look here, Eugene. Now, I get you have lost, a 4-year-old's body weight off your frame. And now your self-esteem is through the hospital roof. But I'm going to need you to worry about your own business, okay? Worry about Toya spending that cash. Worry about you having problems with the IRS down the line, okay? And being back in debt. That's what you worry about. Stay up out of people's business, all right? Now, Toya and Heavenly, they're kind of teaming up on Cecil. They're asking him, why is it easy for him to say that he loves Tammy, but not Simone? And the fact that he knows Simone doesn't approve of this woman. Eugene jumped in again and told Cecil. He said, look, man, if there is a woman coming in between your marriage, you got to let her go. And Cecil looking all dumb. Cecil claimed that, that him and Simone don't spend enough time together. He feels neglected. He's using that same tired Curtis' reasoning as to why he cheated on Jackie. I am so sick and tired of all these men, well, a couple of these men talking this crap. Okay, you know what you married when you got into it. Okay, now if Dr. Simone wasn't working, you wouldn't have been able to snatch that $25,000 out of the bank like you did. Because believe me, your little IT jobs, they would not afford a north, south, east, west house. Okay, you'd be living on the streets if it wasn't for Dr. Simone's money, and I'm quite sure you know that very well. All right, now really at the end of the day, Cecil is a kept man. You know, he has a lot of idle time on his hands. He really shows no emotion, you know, and so, you know, Mariah peeped that. Mariah was like, look, dude, Cecil, you are very nonchalant about this whole deal, and Simone needs to see that, you know, you're trying here. And I'm like, okay, you know why? You know why he's nonchalant? It's because he's in love with another woman, and he's collecting corn from Simone's paychecks. I mean, really, why buy the cow when you get the when you get the milk for free? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. It's cheaper to keep her. Shall I go on, y'all? Shall I go on? I'm just saying, look, something is not all the way right with Cecil. Bump what you heard. Okay? Now, Simone says, leave him alone. We done. It's over. And, you know, Simone starts telling the story about this golfing buddy, Tammy. She said that Tammy spent Christmas with them, and that Tammy has been a problem in their marriage for the last 5 years. Okay? So this woman spent Christmas with them, and the woman lives in Atlanta. Yet she packed a bag and stayed at his home, at their home, for 8 days. Really? Okay, look, Simone, I need you to woman up, because there is no way this woman would have stayed at any one of my homes for 8 days, less more 1 day. Okay, how did you even let that go down? Because I know good and well you were going to work with those 8 days. You went off 8 days being no damn doctor. Okay, so her and Cecil was back at the house, dropping it low and spreading it wide. Okay, all right. It's really a damn shame. I mean, for real. Cecil's old, ugly, eyebrowed ass, he would have been out my life 5 years ago, because after I done told you that this woman is a problem, and it keeps being a trend, and you don't do anything about it, and 5 years later, we still going at it about this woman, you going golfing with her, you know, and I'm you know, at the hospital, saving lives, and really? Oh no, this ain't even that kind of party. At the end of the day, people are going to do whatever you let them do to you. All right? Everybody need to keep that in mind. All right, so at this point, everybody chimes in about life and how being a doctor is difficult, and being married to one is difficult. So look, let's face it. A few of these people got with these doctors because of their title. All right, the idea of being married to a doctor, you know, you get the money, you got the status, you can go around and say, oh, I married a doctor, I married a doctor. You know, meanwhile, you're not taking into consideration what that brings. A lot of sacrifices go along with that. The life of a doctor is uncertain. You know, you could be sitting there having dinner, next minute, you know, you get a beep or a phone call or whatever, and you got to go, you know. But on the outside looking in, yeah, being married to a doctor is great. But once, you know, the newness wear off, you know, and the daily routine starts getting old, then, you know, you see, oh, okay, this is not all what it cracked up to be. And that seems to be what has happened with a couple of these people. You know what I mean? So I just don't understand. I really don't understand. You know, Cecil has to understand that, okay, look, Cecil and Curtis, how about that? Okay, these women are doctors. A lot of times they lose patience. They're not gonna come home wanting to have sex and jump on the dick. They're not gonna want to do that. But I also understand their end. Okay, well, sometimes they do need a little affection and this, that, and the other. So maybe you have to carve out some time. You know, cut your schedule short. You know, do what Dr. Contessa did. Cut your schedule short. You know, once or twice a week. Hey, I gotta go. I gotta be gone at 3 o'clock. today. Let me go ahead and, spend some time with my husband and do it like that. Where there's a will, there's a way. If you want to do it. All right. So Quad, she asked for a bathroom break. And in between that time, Eugene goes over to Cecil and he's telling Cecil, man, if you want the marriage, you got to give up Tammy. You got to do it. So Cecil is sitting there looking like a long chin fool, trying to divert the conversation into Simone giving him more time, more sex. Boy, go, please, just stop. Because I'm sure you gotten a little twat from Tammy. Okay? Heavenly said, why is he fighting so hard for Tammy? Fuck Tammy. Okay? That part. All right? Now, Cecil says that he's going to give Tammy up at the end of the day. But Simone has to change as well. You know what I mean? And then Dr. Greg, old ugly ass, inserts himself into giving advice. And I'm like, look, your marriage is toe up from the flow up. Yeah, I'm bringing back the 90s slang. Okay? Don't judge me. All right. So then Toya, she's trying to get Simone to rethink things. And she said, you guys have been married 21 years. You can't just let all of this go to waste. So Simone is really thinking about it. She's like, yeah, Simone really don't want to give it up. She's trying to be a hard ass and doing all that yelling. But at the end of the day, she loves Cecil. The kids, they're being affected by it. And, it's really all bad at this moment. You know what I mean? So, everybody's kind of going back and forth. And, out of this whole thing, Toya, she spoke a little bit of truth, but she also is an annoying little whore. Okay? Stay up out of people's business so much. She goes too hard. She goes too hard. I know she's trying to seal the deal, and she wants to make sure she comes back for Married to Medicine season 6. But goddamn, sit down somewhere. Worry about y'all finances. So the bathroom break is almost over, and Toya tells Cecil, you need to go ahead and sit next to Simone. You need to talk to Simone. So he did. All right. So Cecil is telling Simone that he loves her and he wants to move forward. But if he, and that he will give up Tammy. And once he said that, honey, the sun, the moon, the stars came out. All right. So apparently that's all that Simone needed to hear. Because she was just like, okay, all right. Now, Cecil said Tammy is not that important to him. But, honey, I couldn't tell. For the last 5 years, you've been up in this woman's ass. But now that everybody is around, all your, your homeboys and the cameras and the world is watching, now you'll give Tammy up. Oh, okay, Cecil. All right. So Cecil says he wants Simone to get in some type of counseling, that if he gives Tammy up, she needs to make sure she holds up her end of the bargain. Okay, so he really low-key fighting for Tammy, okay? And, and Simone says that she's going to have to do better, and she's going to go ahead and call off the divorce, call the lawyer, and tell the lawyer it's a no-go for right now. But she said that they're just in limbo, and counseling is indeed in order. Now look, you can have all the counseling in the world, all the therapy sessions, all the hypnotizing sessions, acupuncture. You can have all of that, but mentally, when you come home or when you get done with the session, it's up to you on what you're gonna do. It's the actions that you provide that is going, to seal the deal on the marriage and whether it's going to last or not. So, look, I'm so tired of hearing about this counseling situation. They were already in counseling throughout the show, and it did no good, honey. One person went to the North House, the other one went to the South House. So if that's all it's going to be, then they're going to be right back in this same old predicament. And I feel that that's what's going to happen. I really do. Unless, Cecil really you know, thinks about it very hard and understand, okay, my money is about to change. My account balance is about to change. I'm not just going to be able to go in this woman's account and get out $25,000 if I let her go. So let me go ahead and make some moves. Let me make some changes. Okay. So, you know, Jackie, she's happy. She's high-fiving and, you know, shouting with joy. You know, the men leave and, you know, the ladies, they're just left sitting out there. And, you know, all the ladies are pretty much reminiscing, you know, about their journey throughout the season. You know, Quad says that she feels disrespected and she's just not sure if she can move forward without the Greg. Now, you know, word on the curve in Atlanta is that Quad is allegedly into women. Now, personally, I've never heard that, but that is the talk of the town, that Quad is into women. I wouldn't be at all surprised, but I wouldn't be surprised if that would be a lie either. Because, you know, everybody want everybody to be gay these days. All right? Whatever it is, honey, it'll be better than Greg at this point. I can't stand that motherfucker. Okay? I just can't. So, Dr. Jackie said that everything is kind of cool with Curtis. They're still working things out. And again, he's upstairs, so she's dropping it low and spreading it real wide for Curtis. So, look, everybody has something to work on. This season was very intense, you know, and I'm sure it held the mirror up to a lot of broken marriages across the globe, all right, because people identify and they relate to this group, you know, for one reason or the other. I'm sure, you know, people can see themselves in, you know, either one of the couples. I enjoyed reviewing this show, and I look forward to season 6. All right. And I definitely look forward to you guys coming back, you know, and listening to me ramble and do what I do. So, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'm out.